All right, this is our Cedar Creek. Cedar Creek. I'm going to say Cedar Creek. We're trying to show you it says Cedar Creek on here. Where'd it go? See, we got it all wrapped up. That's what we do. But one of the issues that I have with this Cedar Creek is right here. Let's see this ant. Look at there. See that big gap right in here? They didn't put any, the wall is loose. That's the way they do it. So what they tried to do is where the sheathing was here, they tried to put these screws into the plywood. Well, it wasn't even plywood, it was OSB. It's not going to hold that well. So we're going to take that out because I want to put a gutter here, and I'm going to need something to screw my gutter to, and that isn't enough for it. So we're going to take this out. We're going to make up a wooden one so we can put it in there, and then we can get this back because we're going to glue it and clamp it, and that'll be tight. And then we can have something to screw the gutter to. So I'm not really a fan of these trusses. They're really kind of cheap and they're light. That's why they do them, but not really a fan of them. But I want to check all the rivets in here to make sure they're all sealed. These here, these little pop welds. And then we check all the ductwork. This is all foam. So we want to check all that, make sure they're all taped up well. That's something we're looking for. We want to make sure they're not, these wires, sometimes they'll start digging in. You can see that all crushed up. So we're going to have to fix that, try to get those wires back a little bit, maybe put some strength. We'll probably put a piece of metal on there. And if you look, you can see that ductwork is crushed down. I've got a filler here. Should have had a filler up underneath here. And then all the weight of that wires, they should have done something a little better with that. We're going to. So then we come over here and we look for these wires. That right in there, that piece of metal, that's called a ferrule. And that's so when you put your, you don't put a screw through it into the wire. Real smart, but they're sharp. And if I can get one of these loosened up, you'll probably see, you can actually, I don't even have to loosen it up. See the insulation right there? It's already digging into it. So we want to catch that before it becomes a problem. It digs in, and then they go to flip a switch. Breaker pops. What do you think they're going to do? Hey Joe, you put a screw through something. So we want to look for stuff like that. This is an easy fix. When I say they won't put one more red cent in there, I'm going to show you the red cent in a minute here. But we're going to check them all. We got here as well. So, can I reach you? What do you think, I'm short? What's that tall guy's always picking on me? Oh, did you toss me one? Ah, there's the red cent right here. So, I don't know if I can put this in there, being one-handed and all, holding the camera. Get the camera over there. I do roofs much better than I do videography, just to let you all know. So this just basically, I mean, I think you can kind of get the idea. Then it just slides it down inside there, but I definitely need to get another hand in there. But it'll slide down. When I get them all together, I'll show you. And then, like I said, I would definitely want to fix that. You can see how it's all crushed out. So now if we don't fix and address all these problems right here, then, and that's going to fail. Hey, I got no air. Well, what do? Rip out a ceiling? Or do you take the roof off? One way or another, it's going to be expensive. And if you do the inside, it's going to look like a hot mess trying to patch it back in. Let's get that corrected before we put a roof on it. That's one of the reasons why I do not do a spray-on roof system. Because I don't know what's going on underneath here. And I want to get that all corrected first. I'm not afraid of buying the machine. I've had machines that cost $25,000, $30,000 when we did commercial work. But it's just not a good idea to do that and with underlying issues. And they all have underlying issues, every one of them. So like I said, these are all the stuff we're going to be checking. And get rid of this stuff. It's really like a noise barrier. So, wow. That's the insulation they got in there? You gotta be kidding me. 1.5 inch insulation. Well, did they double it up, or is that they didn't? Because this one looks kind of stacked. Oh, that's because there's something on, that's the return for the air. That's what that is, this platform. So that's why, but that's only 1.5 inch insulation. So it looks like we're gonna upgrade that too. So let's see, there's a Cedar Creek on here somewhere. There it is. Cedar Creek. Probably does in the front too. There it is, probably a better one. All right. That's what we're looking for. So once we get satisfied with all that, then we'll start putting the deck on. See, they got a bushing here. That was smart. But they just don't want to put them here. Oh, we got one in. Oh, he just put them in there. See, that's how they go. And these are literally a penny. So we want to make sure that we don't have that compromise. So, I don't know what all those shavings are. They leave so much trash in here too. You can see all the filings. They just leave all this stuff in here. We have found tools, extra pipe, screws, all sorts of stuff. That's how they save themselves even yet more money. You know, they're always looking to save money, so what they do is throw a barrel full of trash up in here, and you can be hauling it around for the life of the coach until you rip the roof off to clean it out. All right, well, let me get all these repairs made, and then we'll show you that they're all made, and then we'll get more insulation in here, the decking on, yada, yada, yada. All right, we're getting somewhere. So, I didn't like the way this was, so I put a wooden one in here. I did that for two reasons, because I have to get this secured in, and I also got to put a gutter on there, so we put the wooden one in there. And obviously made notches and put our protection in there. We got all that. And now, we've got everything all taped up, all retaped. We've got all the ductwork protected. So we did put these, all it is just scrap aluminum I put on there. We just tape it down. And this way, this isn't going to dig into the foam. That's all that does. This big old cluster mess that we had up here, I don't know why they did that. Where was it? Here it is up here. Okay, so we got all this. You can see all the little tabs. This mess, that was a hot mess. That was leaning and caving that in. So what we did is just cut it. We put a splice in it. We ran all that wires underneath it. That's what we're going to do. So, because it was really crushing that in there. So we are just about ready to get a roof deck on here. And that's what they're waiting for. They're sitting there all primed up on that fork truck. They want to go. They want to get it done. So we put another wooden truss in here because the other one's way up in the back. So we put this one here so we can get our plywood, obviously, get it secured down. Plywood will go up underneath and we'll be able to secure down the cap back to that. So we got 1/2 inch decking going on here. It's going to get glued and screwed. And we're about ready to rock and roll. But otherwise, we can obviously put the insulation in. And then I think we're going to put some more insulation because I didn't like the way this stuff was. I don't know if this is the last one I did. What was it on that, the Fusion? It said it had the Northern package or some Northern Extreme package or whatever. It didn't have that. It didn't have insulation in it. So don't ever trust what the sticker says. They're going to do whatever they want to do. Look how thin this stuff is. Right? So I'm going to see if I have any more and we'll put some in there. We've got the insulation in. We put more blown in insulation basically in here. So now we get all up to where it's supposed to be. Added some extra in there. So now, like I said, it has a lot more. This is too thin. But next thing is decking. Glue it and screw it. We're going to put more in there. I want to fill up more. We're going to put more in there. I'm looking at this. And it's not bad, but it could come up a little bit more. At least put another, I don't know, maybe another inch on there. So that's what we're going to try and do. Yep. We don't want to see the wood. We will cover it up. All right. So we got more insulation in there. We packed it in. Put more in there.
It's probably unplugged up top. 40.
So we want to make sure, we don't want to have it too full because then the sheathing won't lay right. That was one of the concerns they had. I think we can get it. I think we can. There's a lot more in there. Should go down a little bit. I'm gonna try and get some up underneath ductwork. That's what we did. We tucked it up underneath there too. Let's see how the glue we got. Getting all glued down, screwed down. Let's see the glue. that's what we're doing. Still got to prep over there a little bit for some holes and plumbing and all that other stuff. It's getting there. Alrighty, so we have got this passenger side. It's already been glued. You can see all the glue, all the sheen. That's all the glue. It's ready to go. Got all our buffer strips in here. Got the shoulders back on. So we're ready to go. We're going to roll this over and then we're going to start getting this, cut the holes out for the curbs and get everything mounted. So that's where we're going. Well, here's the slide to our Cedar Creek. This is the bedroom slide right up in the front. And a tree branch hit it, had a couple holes in the roofing. So obviously we pulled the roofing up. We noticed that the decking was rotted. So now, and even this, you can see that's wet. So we're going to get that dried out. And then we'll get some more sheathing on it and get that fixed up. So now we're working on these other ones here. We'll do this one, and then there's one on the opposite side of this. Has opposing slides. So we're going to get those. And then we notice down here in the corner of this one, the floor is rotted. So we got a little bit of work ahead of us still. All right, this is the rear slide, the opposing slide. So we got some rot right here. So we got to get that out, and hopefully the insulation isn't all sopping wet. The other one that's over there by the bedroom, we had mold killed all that. So we're waiting for that to dry. We've actually got a blower. Hey, don't use my real name. Oh yeah, do that. That's a special effects. Looky there. Yeah, a lot of people haven't seen rotted wood like that. Now that you really show that. To open it up, might as well put your hand through it. See if that insulation's wet. Or does it have a piece under it? Man, you are strong. Look at him tear up that rotted OSB like that. 3/8 even. It can't be wet then. Hey, I doubt it's gonna be wet if you got that under it. That's why it spread all the way, because when it breached there, it wicked. So, but we'll still check it all. It's got to go. All right, we will keep you posted, and the strongman will probably rip up the rest. Hee-haw. Well, these are rotted floor right here, and it goes back about 16 inches. So what it looks like, you can see it right here too. But there's a piece of trim on here. It looks like it probably seeped in that way and wicked back, because that's where all the damage is. So we're going to cut it back. What they're doing now, or I don't know about now, but before they used to have a piece of like underlayment underneath here, but it's not like that anymore, not on this one anyways. All it is, I'm trying to get a piece down. Where's that piece you gave me? Is it right there? Thought I put it right there. There it is, right there on the... So this is what it is. And really, all it is just some sort of coating they put on the back of that sheathing. That's all they did. So it saves them another step from having to put, you know, any underlayment up underneath there. So it feels like it's kind of like a vinyl-ish type of coating, almost like a decal in a way. But that's what they put on there. So we're going to, obviously we got to tear it out, and we're going to have to put a new piece in. So alright, had to get the fridge out. The fridge is out. So this is the driver's side. This one here is the decking and everything seems fine, so we're not going to change it out. And then that one down there is the front for the bedroom. That one, we've been drying it out, so we're going to get new sheathing on it. This passenger one, we had to redeck it. So now we're going to get the glue, or glue down the metal roof. Well, there's our new piece. Yahoo! We got her in there. So this piece is actually half lapped into the other piece, so it has all the strength. And then it gets secured around on the other side and the outside from underneath. And then we're gonna put this glue on top of that, and that's gonna bind everything and bond it all together. Ta-da! So you can see on the underside, we've got a piece of metal right there. We put that in there to bridge it across the two pieces, and that's all secured. It just adds a little bit more strength to it. Then all the screws, as I was saying, on the inside, they all go up through here. So obviously you're looking up. Care package.
Right.
So in our care package we have caulking, we got primer, we have got 2 patches. Those are heat patches. We got a patch peel and stick patch. We got a checker tool. We've got a magnet. And the rest of this is just pens, keychains, brush, nozzle. Okay, so if we have a hole in the roof, it will simulate a hole. You can do hole simulations. We say we got a hole there. Here's your tree branch come through and you're like, oh man, I got a hole in my roof, it's leaking. So what you want to do, and it's raining out. Right now it's raining, you're like, crap, I gotta stop that leak. You want to get in there, and if you can't get that nozzle in there, don't worry about it. Make it a little bigger. What you try and do, you need to get up underneath the roofing, like this. This is what we need to do, get up underneath the roofing. Then you're going to take and you're going to put this up inside there, and you're going to squeeze, 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 squeeze. Hopefully this thing is plugged up. There it goes. You squeeze, squeeze. You want to try and get up underneath this part too. Squeeze up underneath there. Get some more underneath there. Well, we are getting this thing all boogered up. Then what we're going to do, you're going to push it together. See how it oozes out? That's sealed. You're done. This is a moisture cured product. So what? It's a hot mess. Looks terrible. Who cares? Keep the water out. So now, the next day, we're going to go up there, and that's going to be cured looking like that. So we're going to take a knife, and you just shave it down. Just shave it down with a knife. I'm just going to obviously wipe this off. Now you say, hey, I want something a little better than that. So what we're going to do is get some cleaner. This is a terrible rag. You got another one. You got one on you? Oh, get a rag, get a rag, get a rag, get a rag, get a rag. What you gonna talk about, man? Nope, just leave it alone. Oh, leave it alone right now. We're recording now? Are we on?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Alright, so now we cleaned it off with a knife. I just washed that off because it's still wet. Take that off. So now we got a patch. This is a peel and stick patch. We're going to take that, we're going to center it over there. Just take a pen and go around like this. I like to kind of put a dash like that so I know who's where, what, and where, and how. So now there's what I got. So in the package we got primer. We also have a brush. You're going to take that, you're going to go all inside the square. You're also going to go outside this square about 3/8 of an inch. Outside about 3/8 of an inch or so. Once you get that, there's a film on the back. You peel the film, now you know which side you are, see, because there's your marks. And you peel that film back. Get the fingers, fat fingers in there to get the film off of this thing. This is just a regular roof tape. That's all it is. We put them in all the care packages. Get that daggum thing off of there. Probably need some fingernails. Probably help. Come on. There it is. Okay. There it is. Now you got the film. You take that film. So now we're going to line it back up like this. We already got the primer under there. You just peel the film back, and as you do, you just rub it down like this. Sometimes that film will get a little stuck in there. This is just a butyl. You just kind of try to keep it as even as you can and flat as you can. Boom, you're done. There it is. So now, out here, this is where your primer is. You put the primer on there. You got primer there, and now you're going to put primer here. You want to prime all this area with your brush. Prime all that. Then you're going to come back. Once you get it all primed, then you're going to put a little bit of caulking on it, just like this. That simple. If it doesn't all sit in there, you can always take your finger and go around it if you want. We're trying to obviously stop a leak and make one of, there's going to be a little more permanent of a patch than just that plug that we did when it was raining. So now that we get that all done, what the whole purpose of it is this part here, this part underneath here, that's a butyl. When the sun hits that, if you didn't have the caulking on there, it will cause it to release and curl up just like I'm doing here. And it'll start coming loose. That's why you need the primer. That's why when you prime it, you're going to prime on top of this, because nothing will stick to it. Nothing, the caulking will not stick to this patch, and it won't stick to the roof unless you use the primer. That's how you do a patch. Ta-da! All done.